go, my people? Baller G, we're back again with a new episode. We've got a special guest, Yellow Youth from Facts Only.
Big up, man.
From Kid and Chinx.
Big up,
me.
man.
Make sure you lock into their podcast, funny podcast. You got to lock in. We got Loso on the right.
Again.
Big up.
We've got my boy Yasin.
I'm back. Bit of slander on my name, but I'm back.
Quite like, I got a lot of ammo for the Arsenal boys today.
They're hiding today, bro.
They're about to hiding.
Well, they're not here today.
Thankfully, Chinx come through to represent because the Arsenal man went missing after a tough week.
I respect as well with the Arsenal top. He's not hiding.
He's repping.
Real bottle jobs, you know. I can't believe they did this to me. You know? We were all friendly last week when I met them with that, and 2 losses and they just left man hanging, you know.
When we met Chinx last week, he's like, yeah, man's coming. Bare dubs, and then now all of a sudden it's just gone rock bottom.
They get me a couple back-to-back losses, and now they left him out here on his ones.
What do you think went wrong?
Midweek, we start with midweek.
We started midweek,
man.
Champions League.
On the carpet.
They smoked us, bro.
They did.
They smoked us, bro. I ain't felt like that. I ain't felt like that this season or not.
No, it's true.
There's been Newcastle when
Newcastle took you apart.
when Isaac made
in the Carabao Cup, and
Gabriel and Saliba looked like 2 light-skinned dons at a bus stop. It was that moment I was like, hold on, I felt this for a while. You actually realised Mustafi no clue. Yeah. Then and what was the other time?
That's funny.
Was it Villa or Liverpool? I ain't felt just open pools like that for a while. So I could imagine we had 6 days to prepare for that game. And then the ball kicked off and they were just moving to us. And I didn't even feel like we were at the Emirates, bro. I felt like it was away.
I saw a lot of chat about like the atmosphere there as well. And
the man had a little tifo at the start.
Yeah.
It was a meaty tifo though.
But it was just the Gunners symbol.
Do you know what though? These PSG man are just better footballers. That was how I felt when I was watching it. Like just like receiving the ball in little spaces, taking it on the half turn, popping it around. They're just superior, like technically, all over the pitch.
But one thing I'll say, it could have been way worse.
It could have.
Big up Raya.
To only leave with 1-0.
But this is
100%.
This is a big
it's kind of not a dub, but it's slowly a dub.
Yeah.
You can literally go there.
Yeah.
You might not win, but you can get 2-1, go extra time, get a little something.
No,
100%.
Bro, this is what pissed, obviously, Arsenal hater from day one, but that's what pissed me off with PSG. Like, they just couldn't put it away. And it happened with Liverpool-Barca when Liverpool went on to win the Champions League. They won, 4-1? Or it was 4-1 the first leg. And then they had like an easy chance and Dembele just casually missed it. And then the rest is history. Like, you need to put these games away because Arsenal are well within the capacity to turn it around, 100%.
Yeah, because the thing is, if Arsenal go there and get early goal, then it's a level playing field again. And like when Barcola missed that sitter, man, he looked like he didn't even care.
That's the thing.
Like it was
What's
just
his
like
name? Barcola.
Same
one
thing.
of them.
Barcola. When he missed, like he just looked like he
even
didn't
Ramos,
even care.
he toe punted it on.
But
the
Ramos
crossbar.
was at least a little bit like. Barcola was just like cash. Just like bro, like this is Champions League semi-final.
Do you, saying all of that, I'll go with Chinx first. Do you think you can turn it around?
I hope we can.
Do you believe you can?
Do I believe?
Or are you just so deflated right now that you can't even? You
know what it is? I don't know if it's where I grew up. Just belief just makes me think of a con.
Yeah.
Like I either know something or I don't. Believe. Like I think Arsenal's like in 100 or whatever years. I think it was our 2nd or 3rd semi-final. So me sitting there and saying, I know. It's a bullshit. So I hope we do.
Yeah.
The Bournemouth performance doesn't fill me with faith.
Yeah, that was not a great performance.
Man, and Partey's back and all that, but
that's a big help though, because Partey was a big miss.
It frees up Rice a bit.
Yeah.
You say that, but let me ask you like this: do you think Partey playing that game results different?
Potentially,
bro.
Midfield
can still win that game, whether Partey
100%. But
midfield is probably the most important position in football, and their midfield was far superior to Arsenal's midfield.
Yeah.
So with a big miss like Partey, definitely could change the game.
And even when you look at the goal, even the position that Dembele scores from, that's
Rice.
Partey's kind of. Rice leaves him to go double up, but that's Partey's kind of area where he like controls.
Because Rice was trying to be superhero and vacated the space.
So I was going to say this as well. I was going to say, but they're all professional footballers. Okay, Partey's gone. Would they not know? Okay, cool. I got to cover that position.
Yeah, but man can't do it.
Humans,
Man don't have the skill set. It was Marino in there with Rice, and he don't have the skill set. And also, Marino's way more effective up front. Like he's literally been their go-to guy up front.
Yeah,
and like he don't have the legs to do Rice's job, but that's what he's doing because Rice is doing Partey's job, which means he can't go forward as much. So like Partey was a huge miss. I expect it to be. I don't expect PSG to dominate the midfield as much as they did.
Exactly.
Because Vitinha and them man were just picking up the ball and just like
I didn't know
doing all of that, bro.
I don't put no respect on the Uber Eats League. So I didn't know that with them. I didn't know they were that
this is
good.
what.
Nah,
but you know, also I've noticed as well. Yeah, see, like Hakimi's like he always ends up in a position where he can score.
Yeah,
and
he's
how
always
does
up.
he
He
from a
vacates
right
his
back.
position,
How does he end up there? But see, when they literally play like the old school Barca, like when they do the tiki taka and then they come out of position. So like the right back will pass into the thing.
Yeah.
He'll go. The winger will come into centre mid. Doué will go into centre mid. Hakimi goes further up.
Yeah.
And they all just kind of swap around.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard for the Declan Rice and the midfielders to kind of like pick up on players because it was mad.
That's another thing though. They made a tweak because Nuno Mendes usually also does what Hakimi does.
Yeah.
But in this game, he was just like, nah, I'm locking up Saka.
Yeah.
I'm staying in my position.
He had a lot of help.
And he had help, yeah.
There was pictures. I see Saka
Yeah.
had like 6 PSG
That's the
players.
thing.
on him.
I think it was you getting onto him on the group chat.
Oh, Saka?
Yeah.
Saying what? See, you know, I actually like Saka, but
That's
because of the man them,
But
I'm ending up, it looks like I hate the guy, do you get it? But I actually like the
There I
guy.
felt you were unfair where you were saying, because you said to him, oh, what did Saka do? But literally, no matter who you are, if you are doubled up or tripled up, there's not much you could do
Cap.
apart from pass back, really.
My boy Lamine Yamal.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into
Yeah,
that.
I'm not even
there
getting
yet.
into
We're
it
not
yet,
there
but
yet.
he showed you. That's my
got the
point. That's why they're
specs, bro.
miles ahead.
But we'll talk about that. But I think Arsenal definitely could do something,
100%.
and that worries me.
100%.
Because
I don't mind because I still
Bro,
feel like if they win, they're
Arsenal
gonna
winning the
box on
Champions
final.
League is the biggest disaster of my life. Like, it cannot happen. It cannot happen, G. It just cannot happen.
This is what I think our fans create
Yeah.
an environment for us where it's just pitched against us. Because I hear so much that it's the fans and like the viewpoint of the fans, and then like I'm just a logical person. I don't come here and give it Johnny big bollocks. And we're the greatest team. We're the third most trophies in the I think out of English teams. So when Liverpool and Man U fan chat shit to me, I hold my corner because I know they can. But then these man just want to be talking smoke to it. Like you can chat shit to Spurs and some other man, but you got to know who you can kind of deal with and talk to a certain way. So I think the Arsenal fans, a lot of them, their attitude makes other fans hate us. And then AFTV and all that stuff. So it's like, and it sounds silly, because I hate it, but then there's like an unconscious bias. So like a lot of, like look at David Coote and when them man they're off their heads saying, so it's obvious that refs can have an unconscious bias
100%.
in some ways.
They're
So I feel like
humans, 100%.
our fans make an environment for us that's so difficult to thrive in. And it stresses me out, bro.
Because when I deep it, bro, I don't actually hate the football club. And I've liked a lot
always
of their
rated them.
players.
It's
over the
always-
years.
I've always rated the football.
Bro, some of their players are like my favourite ever players. Guys like Ozil, Bergkamp, they're like some of my favourite ever players. But the
it's
fans
the fans.
just make me sick. Bro,
This is the thing.
Anytime they get a little bit of glory, it's like they just talk so much. They shit on you as well, and it's like, bro.
But they're always like,
and it backfires all the time. And
This
they run
happens
away.
to all fans as well, to be honest. But I think Arsenal a bit more. Like it's so, the swings are so mad from one week to another. Like 1 week, Saka might be the best ever player we've ever seen. And then 1 week he might just be an average
onto
Joe.
Odegaard right now.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Like,
Odegaard.
and I like
Onto
Odegaard. Odegaard, I
do
think,
you
is a
think
really good
Odegaard?
player, but they're onto him.
but rightfully so, though.
Do you reckon?
This
this season's
season,
got
in the
like
big
2 goals,
moments,
bro.
he's been going missing, bro. And like, my guy, my captain, like, he's been turning up in the big moments, bro.
Bro, your guy is 15th
It don't
playing
matter.
in
It
Europa
don't matter.
League, bro.
It
It's,
don't matter.
it's different. You
It don't
can't
matter. He turns up.
Actually going into the Champions
He
League.
turns
Yeah,
up. He
but-
turns up. He turns up.
You can't say he turns up and your team's 15th,
In big moments,
bro. We're
he
talking about
turns up.
Bruno Fernandes, by the way,
Yeah,
Chinx,
yeah.
in case you didn't
No, but-
understand.
But in
So
big
you-
moments, Bruno turns up.
So that big moments count more than week in, week out.
Exactly. This is my
At
point.
this, in the business end of this season, yeah.
No,
But just to say, Odegaard hasn't been doing nothing week in, week out.
bro.
Yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't. Not this
He
season.
might not be like splashing out on the screen, bro, but he's consistently putting good performances.
He's
You
not.
can't-
He's
I like-
not.
He
He's
works
not.
hard,
If
though,
you
man.
see
Because man are
like
just
his
looking at goals
ratings,
and assists, bro.
Nah, bro.
if you
It's
check
not
his
even
match
that.
rating,
Off
like
the
his
ball,
match
he's
rating,
good. On the
Off the
ball,
ball,
he's good, bro.
But off the ball, Bruno's good.
Yeah, He's not
In
good.
terms of what?
He's not. What's
Not
it called?
defensively.
Disciplined.
Bruno
He's not
works
disciplined.
hard as hell, bro.
Bro, he runs, but he's not disciplined. He'll vacate his spaces and balls will be in
he
behind
does
him.
do that. He does do that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
But
say he's
Odo-
good
like-
off the ball, but he runs, he presses. That's fair enough.
Bro,
But
also, that Leon game that we played 5-4,
Yeah.
that's Bruno. That was, okay, not just Bruno.
Okay.
but Bruno was. big part
why
of that.
did it get to a position where we had to have that
That's
result?
not his fault though. He's
But
picking up
you
slack.
can't praise him for that, but then also forget about
His other
being down. Like,
responsibilities,
it was great, and I'm so happy that he did it, and I celebrated.
He
and
does
this
it
and
all
that.
the time, though. He does it all the time,
Do you know
bro.
what it is? Like, it's when we're losing, he'll go, the last 10 minutes, he'll go pick up the ball, so give it to me, and he'll go try and make something happen.
100%.
Odegaard don't
Odegaard
do
will
that.
just do sideways passes.
Fine.
Has the opportunity
environment
to
to do
shoot,
that.
doesn't want to shoot,
Yeah.
just does a sideways pass, a little pirouette,
does
another
the shimmy,
sideways
and
pass.
then-
Ozil
does shimmy-
does that, and you rate that.
No.
Ozil's cold.
Ozil's chance creation,
Yeah.
through balls.
Ozil's cold.
But you're comparing
Crazy.
You're comparing chaotic ball to like disciplined, controlled football.
What's the point of
Odegaard-
having controlled football if you're not doing that?
You
Over
say
the season, I think
yeah,
it works out in your favour.
Of course it does,
Bro,
and
Okay, we'll
that-
see. But
no-
okay, let's say, for example, now, this end of the season, Arsenal go out in Champions League,
Yeah.
We win the Europa League trophy,
Yeah.
but we come 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that not a successful season?
So why do you lot sack Ten Hag then?
So maybe, obviously, to move forward, but I don't see
The whole Ten Hag thing was a
I don't
joke.
see it was. I don't think it was a good idea to do the change halfway through the season
No,
because the
I
I
manager.
don't
ain't
think he
got,
should have been sacked.
I don't think the manager got enough
Bro,
time to
I
like
don't think he
change
should.
things. Yeah, cool. So we can only judge Ruben on next season. Yeah,
Fine.
from starting from next season. That's where his actual job will start. But for him to get us Europa League and win it and unbeaten
to
and
answer
be in
your,
Champions League next season.
okay, to answer your
successful for me.
question, without context, it's a successful season. If you apply context, no, it's not a successful season because being anywhere near 15th in the Premier League,
of course, it's unacceptable.
Manchester United is not a success.
But you put Odegaard in our team, we're probably 17th, I'll be real. No, we are, bro. 'Cause what
It
Bruno
doesn't work
Fernandes
like
has
that,
given
bro.
us. What Bruno
Without Bruno,
Fernandes has given
we
us.
would be relegated. I swear that without Bruno, we'll be done.
It doesn't work like that though.
Bro,
As
what
you
Bruno
lot know,
Fernandes has
with
given
Ronaldo's
us.
goals, without Ronaldo's goals, you don't just plug in players and then boom, it works like
But
that.
bro,
I'll
there's
take
no,
you-
there's no metric.
relegation team.
There's no metric in attacking stats that Odegaard is ahead of Bruno.
No, but if
Chance
you-
creation, Bruno's ahead.
but-
Assists, Bruno's ahead.
Yeah.
Goals, Bruno's
Okay.
ahead, bro.
But it's only if you judge football by that. But then
Yeah.
if you go on to lean into his point, if you had someone else there instead of Bruno, you might not be 15th.
But what is like what do you need your number 10 to do?
Bro, I
Create
need
chances.
Yes, 100%. But
Bruno
I also
does
need
more.
him to not just lose the ball willy-nilly. And I'm not talking about when he's trying to create chances. I'm talking about the ball comes into him in the middle of the pitch, he hoofs it. Bro, relax. Chill.
Okay, cool.
And he's petulant.
But for
as well.
every
I've seen him down.
For every
tools.
4 of those, one of those creates a chance, bro.
All right.
That's
If
that's
If he had
that's
better
the
strikers,
truth.
if he had better, if he was in the Arsenal team, they
Yeah.
would be winning these Champions Leagues. They would be winning these leagues.
Bro, year on year, he's number
Arsenal
one.
only need a little bit to cross the
It
line. You
doesn't
know?
work
They only
like
need a
that,
little bit to
man.
cross the line.
It doesn't work like that though, because then you could say that if he was in Man City's team, but Pep would be hooking him every 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
So it
'Cause
doesn't,
he don't work hard for the team.
bro. It doesn't.
He does work
like
hard.
that.
He does work hard for the
It
team.
looks like he works hard.
No.
It looks
he does,
like he
he
works
does work
Shouts
hard.
and waves
He
his
does
arms
work
around.
hard.
Yeah, that's
No, he does work
He looks
hard.
like he's a busybody, but
He is a busybody.
Really,
Bro,
watch him.
ball recoveries, he's up there in the league as well, bro. He's up there.
Someone check those stats.
Every metric,
Yeah,
bro.
I
He's
got
up
them
there.
to
I'm
have
telling you.
it.
Ball recoveries, he's up there.
Someone check
He's
those
good
stats.
at this football.
You cannot tell me Bruno don't work hard. But yeah,
Circling back, I've
second
got,
leg though, Odegaard, he's gonna need to turn. He's gonna need a bit more than the sideways
yeah.
passes.
But
and-
like, okay, one more point. If Odegaard had scored those 2 free kicks like Rice, but then had a like pedestrian game, everyone would say, "Oh, Odegaard." We look at assists and goals too much.
Okay, cool.
100%.
Without watching the
Bro,
actual
at the
game.
What did I say the
End
week
of the
before? What did I
season.
say the week before? I
Yeah.
said take away those free kicks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that game ends probably 0-0. I know Arsenal had bare chances.
Yeah.
But it was the 2 free kicks that kind of opened
No,
the game up,
100%,
which
of
got them
course.
the third goal.
100%.
But if they didn't score any goals
I
other
agree.
than them set pieces, that game probably
It's
does
not
end
3-0.
0-0. Maybe
Yeah,
1-0 Arsenal.
Yeah,
It'll
it
be a
doesn't end
tighter
3-0,
game.
that's for
But
sure.
I think they got carried away with the whole 3-0 thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, this is like, and then obviously the shit hit the fan, innit?
Yeah.
But bro, at the business end of the season, these moments matter, bro. Like that's the realness
Bro,
of it.
They matter because we're right now in a Europa
No,
League.
I'm not just talking about we. I'm talking
Run.
about in general of
Yeah.
football. At the business end of the season,
Of
these
course.
moments matter, bro.
100%. But okay, Arsenal turn it around, they win the Champions League, then what are you talking?
Then it's a different conversation, bro. Because it's a results business.
It's a results business, but this is my frustration with fans is we base things on a game or two. So the whole dynamic of the conversation changes based on a game or two. But
100%.
you can't tell me Odegaard's shit or good based on the last 3-4 games of the season.
No, I'm not saying he's shit. I'm not saying he's shit. But a game or two defines success in football, bro. This
is a game or two.
Why do man call Harry Kane a serial loser? Because he loses. He's lost several finals.
Is he world class?
Of course he's world class.
Okay, that's good.
Of course he's world class. He's one of the best strikers of this generation.
But some people say he's not
a serial loser because
I think that'd be
in the biggest moments, in the biggest games, he hasn't turned up. His team hasn't won.
You know, I had this discussion with someone the other day, Chelsea fan. Or was it Chelsea fan? No, it was a Spurs fan. And he's saying, because they're almost in the final, he's saying that if he wins that, or was it Chelsea fan? Basically, they're saying that trophies outride everything. That's the most important thing, innit?
Yeah.
So Moyes won the Conference Cup. With that rhetoric, that means that what Moyes done that season is better than Poch's ever done at Spurs.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree.
Maybe because we had that conference thing is new, innit? Maybe I think that was the first one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of new.
It's a made up
trophy. We don't really give a damn about it. But maybe in the future, next man will look at that trophy like, oh, that's a big European trophy. But man. I think what Poch done at Spurs, obviously, because we witnessed everything. Man.
This is my gripe with Sean, Sean, where he doesn't rate Arteta. And I'm telling him, bro, Arteta's done bits for you. Like, I know you've not gotten over the line, but where you were to where you are, bro, you've got to respect it.
No, but I hear what Sean's saying as well.
They need a bit more than maybe, I don't know if it's Odegaard or Arteta to cross that line.
100%.
He's saying
and I agree.
Reached the limit there. They're not. He said we've done this for the last 3 years. What more?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and how long do you allow it to happen?
Because you've had him for 6 years now.
6 years.
You're going to give him another few years again. He's going to probably do the same.
But that's the difference between the best managers and the ones that are below.
I get that.
Is these 1 or 2 games, is these big moments.
That's football. Because Sean will turn around and say, we need a striker, we need this, and we need that. So judging Arteta when he don't have the tools to do the job.
But he's had opportunities to get the tools.
He's had windows. So he's saying this last transfer window, after coming second and so close, how much did you got lose by 2 points?
It was a point last
why
time.
didn't you sign a striker?
Sterling,
Calafori,
Marino. He's saying you're taking a piss. He said we was this close to winning it. The next signings have to be what's going to get us over the line. Those 3 signings don't look like we're even trying to contest.
Sterling, no, but Mourinho's turned out all right, I feel. If Mourinho, obviously not in midfield, but I think his Arteta or whoever, I don't know who's in charge of it, but the strategy of signing versatile players, I think has done us very well.
Yeah. Cool, but you lot needed a striker. Knowing you needed a striker, these are the signings that you made.
No, I hear you, but then it's like who's available and shit like that.
That's what
I
can comes down to as well, because you were saying there's no point signing anyone just for anyone.
You were saying like Osimhen.
Bro, we just need anyone.
I'm like, bro, you sign Osimhen for 100 million. He might bang, but you don't win the trophy. Like, you're just setting yourself back again another few years.
Man.
No, but you don't know. But that's a bad mentality because you still got to try.
No, but look at Man U though. Like, was it Xerxes, Højlund? Like, like. Look at Pepe. Look at Pepe. Like, some of these mistakes cost you.
100%.
Way more than the one.
You still got to try. Because if you don't try,
no, you got to be smart. It's not about trying. You got to be smart. Arsenal can win the league with what they've got. They just need a few. I think they can because they've.
So if they don't go out and buy no one,
forgetting as well. Every season, everyone else improves as well. It's not just. So you're staying with this team, but Villa's improving. Chelsea's improving.
City are going to come back and improve next year.
They're not going to be the same level. Liverpool are going to improve. So you also got to improve with these teams.
But like Liverpool lost the league by 1 point. Yeah, how many times? Twice. Yeah. And they didn't make drastic changes though.
But they made
they won it. They signed Chiesa, right?
Yeah, but with Liverpool they signed
and Chiesa hardly played.
They made tweaks.
But this season, Arne Slot come in. I think he's got
he
majority of Klopp's
has no
players.
signings. I think
it was just Chiesa, but he put Gravenberch in the team, so that was kind of like a new signing.
I get that.
He made a few other tweaks, and realistically, they won it this year because the City's.
My point is,
drop off.
Arsenal's defense is solid. Arsenal's midfield is solid. They've got Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, Havertz up top. You might be lacking a little bit up top, but overall, their team has enough.
But the stuff up top
bro, you're consistently
what wins you
competing in
titles?
Prems and Champions Leagues. I get it, you want to win now, but
So
you
how
were
long
in
do
the
you allow this for?
gutter?
So if he
but
comes
you have
second for
to-
the next 5
You have,
years,
sometimes you have to, obviously, you come from the gutter, but you can't stay static. You have to.
I think
move
we are
forward.
where we are. Because I understand the Arteta thing, and obviously disappointment hurts.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
man lose their head and be emotional.
Yeah, I
but
think they're being a bit irrational. I think I rate him.
I think we're worse off without
Yeah.
Arteta.
Yeah.
You
I
are,
think
you
a
are.
big part of where we are is because of him.
100%. But I feel like he's taking you to his
To
ceiling,
the max he can.
and now
which
you
is
need to
fair.
get the next guy to
It's
take
fair
you
to
over the
say.
line.
I don't. You know what's mad? Yeah, I actually think Arteta can be a top manager.
Well,
Like,
he has
top.
been a top.
No,
I
but I'm
think.
talking about top. The way you lot talk about the Peps and these things, I think he can be one of
If
these
he got
managers.
sacked,
Bro.
he'd
He
get
just
a
needs
great
to get.
job.
He just needs to get these trophies. Also, he's early in his career. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah, he is
bare
very
managers
early.
didn't
This
win
is
for nothing
first.
for
He
10
is,
years.
This is his
he is.
first job.
Yeah,
He is.
so he's also done really well. But
He is.
that's what it is as well. Maybe because people don't see him like didn't work hard for his
Yeah.
job. Like he just got the job. Maybe they might just think, I don't know what else he
With-
can do.
with
But I
Sean-
generally think give him some time. I think he can do something.
Sean was out, Arteta out from day one.
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
never wanted
Yeah,
Arteta.
there you
So
go.
he's always going to be on that. But if you look at it logically, look at it from an unbiased perspective, you can't really fault him.
But then how many years of coming second and winning nothing do you give him more? How many more?
Well,
Next year at least.
yeah,
At
definitely.
least.
And then this same thing happens next year. What do you give him another one after
I
that?
just
But when you say same thing, because I think there's a lot of context missing from this season. Like we've had a lot of fuckeries, results, injuries, and stuff like that. So if it's
But
like
that's
that,
football.
I'm just to give him a bit more time.
But that's football.
If he has all his
comes with it.
resources to hand and still fucks up, we got to have a conversation. But
But like he builds this team. This is his team,
Yeah.
undoubtedly his team.
Yeah.
Then what? You're second in the Prem, semi-final Champions League. You just rip it up and start again.
look at Poch.
It's not- but you don't need to rip it up.
But you
don't
essentially
always
will
work like
because
Klopp.
Klopp
if
left.
Chinx comes in,
Klopp
maybe
left.
he doesn't want this player. He doesn't want that player.
Yeah, but he's got.
But that
point,
doesn't
he's
mean
right,
rip
'cause
it
Klopp
up.
left and
Klopp
Arnie just
left.
come in and
Arnie
like,
didn't
that's
rip it
one.
up.
Give me another example of that working.
What, other than
That the guy leaves and
Yeah.
the guy comes
They
in and does
Klopp left on
amazingly.
good terms. They were like they're boys, so they just like.
But even
kinda switched.
Liverpool, they done well. Don't get me wrong, but they got lucky.
I don't think it's
from
fair
the
to say
rest
it's
of the City
lucky,
was shit.
'cause, like you can only beat
Do-
what's in front of
yeah,
you.
yeah, I agree with that.
100%.
And like when City done this,
Yeah,
like I said last time, everyone will say, "Oh, City's way better than everyone."
Nah, I
It's
get
not
it.
everyone. It's not fair.
And
to
everyone
say this,
expected
'cause this could
Liverpool
be.
to fall
This,
off.
I
Right.
told you. What did I say to you lot last time? I said Pep once he loses this core,
Yeah.
he's gonna struggle.
Yeah.
And I said this ain't gonna be the same City as you lot think it. They're gonna turn into PSG. Yeah, that's what I told you lot. Yeah. Now Liverpool step up. They're
100%.
taking that position. Just give them their credit. They
everyone
are
thought-
Oxford. Give them their credit.
Give
bro.
them their credit because
Yeah.
everyone thought Liverpool were going to fall off because they lost
100%.
arguably the
If
greatest
Pep was-
manager in their history.
Yeah,
New guy
correct.
comes in, relatively. Obviously, he's done his thing at final, but like relatively
Yeah, yeah.
unproven.
100%.
Everyone makes
Wet
excuses.
behind the
Phase
ears.
one.
Yeah.
And then he goes and
Everyone
meets
makes-
Arteta in phase 6.
Everyone's making excuses for Pep because if that was Arteta, everyone would be asking for his head.
No,
because
I get you.
You lost one player and now all of a sudden you're not that team.
I get you.
That don't make sense.
But
to me,
I just
'cause if
feel
you're-
like
you lot
They
said,
haven't had real pressure. Like Arsenal haven't really been on them. City obviously haven't been anywhere near them.
'cause
They've
they cleaned
always
up the league
they've
too early.
they've been
So
coasting.
you can't
Yeah.
like fault them for that at all.
Nah,
they
I
cleaned
can't
it up
fault
in
it.
the
I just feel I'm curious to see next year how they look. Is what I'm saying.
In Liverpool?
Yeah.
I think they'll look good. I
don't
don't think
think-
they'll run away
yeah.
with it next year. I think it'll be a closer title race. But
Yeah.
It depends on what everyone does because obviously City's in trouble. Depends who Arsenal stands. That's it really. I don't know who else is going to contend with them.
But saying
Yeah.
all of this, Arsenal could still go to Paris
Right.
this week and win.
Just to finish it off on this topic, I think PSG will go through.
I think PSG will go through, but I don't think it'll be a walk in the park.
H.
I think PSG, but I don't want that to haunt me, bro. Do you not want that to haunt me? I think PSG go.
I don't know.
You don't know. You're
I don't
50-50,
know,
like
man. I
legit.
don't know.
I think he thinks PSG, but as an Arsenal fan, you got to
gotta
be
hope,
like, you
yeah.
got to ride out.
Because I feel like it's probably disrespect. I don't rate Uber Eats League. They're clearly
Yeah.
better than everything and they're that good. But I've seen us play well. I have faith in our I have faith in our team. But at the end of the day, I don't actually know. I genuinely don't know. Like I can't give you a legitimate answer, to be honest.
For Arsenal to go through, yeah, Saka has to have a big game.
Yeah. And it's going
Do
to
you
be hard at PSG as well.
I feel like the game will end in a draw in PSG.
That-
goes
yeah,
through.
that could-
That's what
that
I
could
think will happen.
And you know another thing, because while you was talking, I was thinking this is why us Arsenal fans, because you lot support teams that are known for winning stuff and win stuff a lot and win stuff regularly. So I can understand your attitude. when us lot mingle with you lot a bit too much, we start to forget who we are.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? But you lot are entitled to,
like a Man U fan.
yeah, you lot are entitled to, because all you lot care about is winning, and you win to back that up. So there's never been a dominant. I'm 37. There's never been a dominant period in my Arsenal career where we've won everything back to back to back to back to back to back.
Like early 2000s, isn't it?
But even that weren't every year. It went back to back.
We were there, bro.
Double league here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So me coming there with a 2025 attitude, going, I want this now or you're gone. It's just it's absurd.
That's why I said to Sean, and this is why I said to you off camera, no disrespect, but you are a better version of Spurs. Like, you have no right to be. I'm sorry. But you have no right to be demanding Prems and Champions Leagues when, bro, you've never won the Champions League, and 2, you ain't won the Prem since 04. It's 21 years, bro.
This is when man get too lost in the football YouTube.
This is it.
And it's us versus you. We can't talk about football no more. It's just all uppy.
But it was mad. I see something, and the guy said the last like 3 years has been our like worst Man United team. History. And even then,
We've still won more trophies than
we've won a trophy every year, and we might win one this year. So like, it's mad because like that's what we used to, but like you said, that's what we kind of expect. Whereas like, even with their best team, right, probably, I don't know in history, but close up there in history, still might not win a trophy.
Nah. As that bro used to say, Osh, my year is different to your year.
My man was sick though.
when it's only trophies that matter, and as supporting the teams you do support, that's your bread and butter.
And at the highest level of football, that's what is the trophies matter.
That's why you slightly got love for Chelsea.
Because Chelsea
found us fault.
Successful.
The last
That's
20
my
years, I
local
think
team,
they
bro.
got like,
trophy winning team.
like 18 trophies or something.
Anyway, moving on to the real European hitters.
Into Barca. Serious
That was
game
a
of
good
football.
Talk
I don't
about
think I've
them glasses
seen-
are hard though.
Hey, that's why.
Where'd you get them
That's
from?
bro, they're Oakleys, isn't it?
Oh, okay,
Let's
I
make you run faster.
That's slow, man. I don't know why he's got them.
Aerodynamic glasses.
I need them for cycling and that.
Nah, I think that's the best Champions League game I've seen in a long time.
We got to
man.
appreciate the game of football first, innit?
Cool, I just want to pull up Sean, Dammy, not Brendan so much. No, Brendan didn't say nothing.
Yeah,
Pull up
Sean
Brendan.
and
But Sean and
Dammy.
Dammy, when we had the discussion 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? 2 weeks ago, when I was saying, they tried to get onto me because I said, Lamine and Saka, I rate Saka. I think Saka's world class. Sean doesn't. But I said, Lamine is miles better than any youngster around, like all these Sakas or anyone else, He's miles ahead of them, And then they were getting on to me because I said miles. They said the level's a lot closer. But my point was, okay, cool. In the PSG game, that's what I wasn't trying to get onto him. I was trying to say, cool. In this
Proving
game,
your point,
this is when Saka is supposed to step up now and say, cool, this is why I am that guy. But Lamine done it time after time. He done it in the final the week before, and then he done it again in the semi-final.
Do you know what it is with Lamine Yamal? Yeah, he has this like thing where only the greats really have it, where, bro, they forget things. They don't. It doesn't matter what they did, bro. It's just he's confident. If he tries something doesn't work, he doesn't care. He'll go again.
Not phased.
Bro, he just oozes confidence, bro.
100%. He's
So
just not
the way it's
phased.
just like when he touches the ball, it's just like everyone's just like on the edge of their seat thinking, what's he gonna do? You're not seeing Henri and Rio and that all reacting to the way
crazy,
he
bro.
think.
Bro. He put the team on his back and he's 17.
Bro, that goal he
They were
scored.
2-0 down and he said, you know what? I got this.
I need to step up and boom, bro.
He just
I've
started
never
mashing
seen
work and it was crazy.
a performance like that from a
Bro,
17-year-old.
it was crazy. It was crazy. Man on the group chat was saying, yeah, Bastoni and DeMarco might pocket him. Bro, we sat DeMarco down. If that goal that hit the bar went in,
Bro,
I would have gone mad.
bro, players like him get me excited to watch football.
100%.
It's
100%, bro.
very special.
Like, man are moving a
Ballon
bit
d'Or worthy?
dismissive.
Oh,
Ballon d'Or
he's in the
worthy?
chat. He's in the chat.
If Barca clean up, 100%.
La Liga,
Bro, 'cause-
Champions League. How
Because
can
who else
you,
is
Liga-
contending?
how can you, Rafinha genuinely is
Just
because
Dembele
he's
now,
smashed
maybe.
work.
Rafinha.
Yeah.
But I think Rafinha was good at the beginning of the season.
He's
Then I
tailed off
feel
a
like
little bit.
Lamal's just been crazy.
He's
He's still-
Rafinha-
no, but he's still
Rafinha's
doing
still
his thing.
getting assists.
That third
and,
goal was lit.
yeah,
Even
bro,
though it went down
he's-
as an own goal, that's Rafinha's goal.
Yeah.
No, that
Serious.
was coming out though.
Um, Usman Dembele's there.
Yeah.
If Dembele wins the Champions League, he might get it.
Dembele's up there for sure. He's had a stellar season.
Yeah.
He's got like what 40 goals or something.
Yeah.
I'm not
he's
sure
been-
for the numbers
he's been
exactly,
doing
but I
his
know
thing
he's had a
still.
stellar season.
I don't know if he's going to play on Wednesday, but if he does,
Why
I need
not?
him to turn up. He come off injured in the first leg,
Yeah.
innit?
But
But Lamine Yamal, yeah, listen, man, this guy's 17, innit? But
do you know the only
he's a serious guy. Like, we've never seen a 17-year-old do what man's doing, in my opinion.
thing that will stop him is how many games he's played so early. He's played 100 games and he's 17.
Yeah, Jack Wilshere.
Crazy numbers.
I don't think so because
So-
Messi done that.
No, Messi didn't have
Nah,
100
Messi-
games at 17.
Nah,
Not even
That's
close.
what I said. No 17-year-old's
Ronaldinho
done
was
what
still
he's
there
doing.
them times.
I'm not-
as well. What you want?
Not, yeah, he was
Depended
when
on
Messi
like
come
that, I
in.
suppose.
Yeah. And the
Um,
thing is, he's 17, but he's their main guy.
yeah.
But
He's
saying
their number
100
one
games.
guy.
I don't know, man. I
Bro,
don't know if that's a
100
bad
games.
thing. I don't know if that's a bad thing. This is man's more experienced now.
No,
Even
it's not a bad thing, but like where he could just tail off at 30,
Yeah.
as opposed to
What's
like
his name?
going
Sterling.
on.
Yeah. Because realistically, at 17, you should be getting minutes here and there. Like Ethan Wanyeri right now. Like,
no, but that's the norm though.
yeah, that's
He's
what
not
should be
normal.
happening.
He's not
no,
normal. This
That's what
guy's
I'm
from
saying. But
Space
because
Jam,
of
bro.
that, he might burn out earlier than like the average player.
I hear you because like Rooney burnt out.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, he burnt
but
out.
he kinda
28,
changed his
29. He
game.
kind of wasn't even
But
on
then
it.
he kind of changed his
He
game.
went
But
centre
the
mid.
explosiveness stuff, yeah, that was all gone. But bro, we just have to sit here and appreciate this
That's
guy,
it.
bro.
Greatness,
because-
bro.
Because remember they were saying, I think Dami was saying, oh, he would never be Ronaldo, Messi. He'll be like maybe Neymar. But even then he was saying, thing. Let's retract it now. Do you think he could be?
Do you remember
I
what I
don't
said?
I still feel like I agree with Dami on that.
Yeah, because
Do you
I
remember what I
do,
said?
but I think
You don't need to pull up the clip.
yeah.
You need to pull up the clip.
What?
I said this Brer, his trajectory could be greatest of all time. There's no
I
reason
don't
why
think
it
it'll be
can't
Ronaldo,
be.
Messi. I'll be real.
The starting
But
point.
why? Because you're gonna go on stats and goals.
No,
that's the only
yeah.
reason. That's the only reason why to compare him
But-
to Messi and that. Because
Giggs or
at their
Ronaldo?
age,
Ronaldo.
for us Ronaldo, because I think that's the that's
Wait,
who
for
you
United, Giggs.
Has
But
to be, innit?
Ronaldo, obviously career-wise, but for Manchester United, Giggs, bro.
yeah, but a lot of people put Giggs top like World Cup player.
Because what made me think this, when you lot said like you have to change his game when he's a bit older, Giggs
Yeah.
did
Done
that.
that,
Giggs
Yeah,
did that.
yeah,
Yeah,
He went training less as well. You know,
Yeah,
he done yoga and all
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
Like,
But that's what you got to do at that age.
Switched up his-
You
yeah,
got to
yeah,
look
yeah.
after your body as opposed to training.
But he
You
would-
know what
I think
games
he would
are.
only play certain games though.
Yeah.
Like Fergie knew
Yeah,
what
yeah.
games
No, I
he wanted
hear
him.
He managed
Yeah,
him
yeah,
He
incredibly
managed
well.
his body
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But the point to
I
that
just
is
think
trajectory.
Messi and Ronaldo
I'm not saying he'll hit it, but his starting point
It's better.
is better.
is better.
It's
So
100%.
100%. That's a
100%.
discussion where he could
100%.
end up being greatest of
I
all
think-
time.
But a few men have had better. Mbappe's starting point was probably
Mbappe was
better.
incredible. But was
Well, no,
Mbappe 17 or 18?
It's not
When he
better.
was when he
Nah, it was
turned
up
up at
there,
Monaco,
bro.
he was 17.
He mashed work at Monaco.
He didn't win the Champions League though.
He won the league
Yeah.
over PSG,
Yeah.
who'd won it like
Yeah.
11 years in a row.
Yeah,
Then-
17-year-old Mbappe.
then-
But
he went-
he was good there, but they had a good team.
No, they had a great
They did.
team.
The
whole team got
They had
sold.
Falcao, Bernardo
Yeah,
Silva.
everyone got
Yeah,
sold.
for Messi
Lamar.
though, but we don't discredit him for
Nah,
that.
you can't. You
No,
can't.
but I'm
bro.
not saying. But I'm just saying the way Lamine has taken his team is not how Mbappe took
No,
that
no,
team.
no,
They've got a
we're
great
not saying
team
that.
too.
We're
Boss
talking
have a
about-
great team.
No, but the way he's exactly my point.
Lewandowski,
He's carrying his team.
Rafinha,
Mbappe
Pedri.
wasn't carrying Monaco.
Bro, he wasn't
wasn't
carrying,
carrying,
but he was.
He was kind of
Mashing
their
work.
X factor.
Yeah.
He wasn't
He was,
carrying.
but he wasn't
Yeah,
carrying.
exactly.
But this guy is carrying all these good players.
And
I
then-
don't know if we
Bro,
can say he's
yeah.
carrying. Bro. There's
I
still
know.
Pedri,
I
Rafinha,
understand you.
Lewandowski.
He's not because
mashing work.
Rafinha and
But
Lewandowski
he's
have
the
got
main
way
guy.
more goals than
Who's setting
Lamine
them
Yamal. Huh?
He's setting them up.
Not every goal.
Not every goal, of
Rafinha's
course.
got way
You know-
better numbers than Yamal this season.
He's got like a goal and assist every other game.
who?
Lamine.
Bro, I'll check it right now.
So I wouldn't
was
say
on
he's
that this
I wouldn't
season.
say
He's got like
carrying them,
33
but
assists and
he's their
22
go-to
goals,
guy.
bro. In 100 games. That's mad.
No, he's cold, bro. I'm saying greatest of all time, so you can't.
And how long's he
But-
been out there doing that?
Just a year
Just a year, basically.
and a half if you
He
count
won,
the
he
Euros.
won one La Liga, but he only played like a few games.
Nah, yeah,
Yeah,
don't
nah.
Because you
count.
can't say
If
it don't
he
count.
can-
It
if
counts.
he can-
17, I played
That's
5
the
games.
thing.
I'm
no,
taking that.
I think he was like 50.
He was 50.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
taking
but-
that. How can you say
yeah.
it don't count? Who are you? What are you doing 50?
Bro.
He's bashing in your bedroom, bro. Man's on the big
This
play
is
telling me
a, this is a kid-friendly show. Bro,
The Hedox views only.
obviously he might take it, but like if he played or didn't play, they're winning the league, so it doesn't.
Yeah,
doesn't really.
I hear you.
But my point. What was my point?
I just
What
don't
we're
think.
talking-
I don't
Mbappe.
miss-
Sorry,
That's
Mbappe. Mashed work at Monaco, won the league over
World Cup,
PSG.
yeah.
Went to PSG, won the league with PSG, mashed the World Cup, won the World Cup, and then
Cool. So this guy's won
that's
won
a
La
crazy
Liga,
start.
won the
he hasn't won La Liga yet.
He has. He's
Bro,
officially
you
won La Liga.
Cannot
He's
compare.
officially won it. It's on the books.
Oh, he's won it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's on the
when
books.
he's
Oh, they won
15.
it today?
No, when he was 15.
One-
Bro,
appearances did he
just
have?
be. bro.
My
It
phone's
weren't
in
a lot.
charge.
It weren't a
Pull
lot.
up the floor.
It weren't a
But
lot.
what I'm trying to say to you, you're 15. He's still got
No, I
to
hear
school.
you. I
So
hear
even
you.
if he made 6 appearances, because I think he started late though.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
he
He didn't
started
start in
late.
the
He
beginning of the
started
season.
late.
You know,
Yeah.
towards the end of the season when they bring you on there. So
Yeah.
even if he played the last 2 months at 15 years old, if that's my son and he's got a medal, there's no way you're taking that away from him.
Yeah,
he won
but
that medal.
if I'm comparing it to Mbappe's Monaco medal to Yamal's
Big
passer,
difference.
you're not
was
comparing.
how old
it.
was Mbappe? He was he
He was
15?
17, I think.
Yeah, that's 2 years above, man. He's still. That's what I'm saying. It's mad though. It's still crazy numbers.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you.
But to answer your question, I don't think he'll be Ronaldo or Messi. I'll be
Fair
wrong.
enough.
Them man,
If
the
he
thing with,
continues the trajectory, if he does, which
Yeah.
is a big if it's even possible.
the thing with them man that sets them apart is the relentless consistency, and I think it's just so
They're goal
hard to
scoring
do
machines
that.
as well. Though I don't think this guy's more goal scoring like that.
Yeah.
I think he's more flary.
Yeah,
more
yeah,
like
yeah.
good for the eye.
Them man, I get
Aesthetics.
50, 60
But
goals
Messi did it
every
at
year.
Barca, Argentina, but the whole team was helping him there.
Yeah.
PSG, not so much.
PSG, I don't think he really cared like that.
Where he is, do you know what I mean? So when he had the teams and stuff, yeah, but without the teams, is he relentless? I think Ronaldo's relentless. He's a selfish cunt.
Look, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
he played 7 minutes.
In the whole season. We're looking at one game. That's one
whole
game.
season.
One game.
What, like bare 1 minute appearances.
That
off
can't,
bench?
can't be 1 minute. Bro. He's their youngest ever player as well.
To 2023, he played 1 match, 7 minutes. So how are you counting
You
that?
can't get a trophy for
you
that,
can't.
can you?
You can't, bro. There's no way.
Because he's 15, I'm giving
am
that
I
to him,
reading
bro.
this wrong?
Oh,
Or?
because he's 15.
No, that's what it says though.
Yeah, but
This
yeah.
is the Barca website.
Okay, cool. I don't trust your thing.
You could have got one then.
No,
You,
what?
7 minutes.
Yeah.
You could have played
Ah,
7
cool, but let me
minutes.
just say that. Cool, you're taking you're forgetting about, yeah. Let me say,
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
You had
but
to
I
work
can't.
hard, yeah. All them days his dad's taking him to training. You're just seeing
Bro.
what first team football he's doing, yeah.
So
Forget
not-
about all the hard work
I'm
he's
not
done just to
arguing
get
with
that
you.
7 minutes,
I'm not
bro. I'm
arguing
giving
with
that to
you.
my
I love
son.
him.
If that's my son.
I
He's
love
taking
him.
that.
I'm not arguing with you, bro. 15 years old, you're playing for Barcelona.
Big deal.
Big deal. But I'm not. If I'm comparing Mbappe and Yamal, that Monaco trophy to that Barca trophy, you're not comparing it. You can't compare it.
Yeah,
But he's
if you're
gonna win it
comparing
this
to things-
season, so
But
he'll
okay,
be
cool.
calm.
When he's the same age as Mbappe,
Which
he's
is
doing
now.
more.
Which is now.
He's doing
yeah,
more.
Yeah, cool.
So there you go then. So let's take Mbappe out of the way, bring on Messi and Ronaldo, bro.
But don't you think at Barca and at Monaco,
They're the two best players, by the way, for me.
but don't you think it's a bigger achievement doing it at Monaco with the context around it than at Barca?
You can look at it 2 ways
I
because
think
there's way
it's
more
similar.
pressure on you at Barcelona.
Yeah. No,
Way more eyes
but
on you.
I don't think. Now there will be pressure on him because this is expected now
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you've come and done the mad thing
Yeah.
and you're doing it regularly. So we want this every week now. But that Barca team when he first come in, I don't think they were that good.
They weren't that good.
No,
but
They were
Barcelona
pretty much
has-
going. They were pretty much going through what PSG was
Barcelona
going through.
as a
when-
football club.
They weren't.
There's always a level of pressure on you.
Oh, 100%.
Monaco, it's not the same, innit? It's not the same
Yeah.
level of pressure. It's not the same eyes on
because
you.
PSG is expected to win that league. Yeah.
Monaco.
Yeah,
That's a big deal. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
Monaco overachieved. Barca are expected to.
yeah,
Bingo.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
But that group of players they came in with Monaco. I'm
Was
not saying they were
straight,
sick. But I'm saying
100%.
like how Leicester had
Sick.
them group of
Yeah.
players
Yeah,
that won the
yeah,
league.
yeah, yeah.
Their
They all
group
got
of players they
chopped
had
up and
was sick.
sold.
I think
Yeah,
even
yeah.
like I don't rate Bakayoko that
He was
Chelsea.
there.
No, he was one of the-
He was sick for
Fabinho
them.
was there.
Fabinho was there from
Yeah, yeah,
Liverpool.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
had Berg like
No,
good
they had
players.
a great
Bernardo
team.
Silva, yeah, they had
You
a
know
good
what's
team.
mad? You know what this makes me realise?
Yeah.
Like career management is vital because as you
Yeah.
lot are saying, look at Bakayoko.
100%.
This may sound like a bit of recency bias and hate. Yeah, I don't really rate Sterling.
Right.
What,
I
as
think
in
he's
of
managed
late
his-
or just in general.
I think his career and everything is one. I rate him for that. But I mean, individually, him as a footballer, I don't think he's that amazing.
No, I think no.
Sterling,
do
when
you
you
get
come
what
on
I
the
mean?
scene
No,
as
I
a
agree
young
with you though.
G.
No, I agree with you. Like in terms of on the eye and in terms of like I think he's a bit scatty, and I think
But that's just
technically I think technically he's not as good as like the other wingers you see in
yeah.
like Mahrez and these man. Yeah,
no way.
but
near.
Pep made him very effective.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
And,
Career
and that's
management.
what football is like.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to be the best if you're effective. Like James Milner is not the best sort of player, but he's mad like effective in terms
Yeah.
of like I can't remember who I saw. I think Patrice ever said the
He's a
toughest.
legend. He's a
yeah.
Premier League
Bro,
legend.
they said the
yeah.
toughest player I ever played against, he said, is Milner
Yeah.
on the wing.
Yeah.
They said, bro, you played against all these wingers and you're saying James Milner. He's saying, what?
He wouldn't
He said,
stop.
the ball goes in the air, this
Yeah.
guy's there.
Yeah.
He said, the ball comes to me with feet, this guy's in the back of me,
Yeah.
bang. The guy's going, he said, he's just chasing everything. He said,
Yeah.
though, I know I can't even have a day off against
Yeah.
my man.
Yeah.
Whereas like you play against a flary winger, he's not on
He's
the
not
smashing
tracking back
or
to
the,
track you.
yeah,
and
do you know
all
what I
that.
mean? Yeah.
where I disagree with Chinx about Sterling. I fully get his point. Like career management is so important where you go. I always bring this up. You know it as well. Pogba.
Yeah.
If he had never gone to United, he'd still be playing now, and we'd be talking about him as one of the greatest.
If he stayed at Juventus,
still love Pogba.
Not even stayed at Juventus. If he had gone to Real Madrid,
Yeah, if he goes to Real
went
Madrid,
Chelsea,
100%.
City,
Bro,
anywhere else.
other teams, United is just like a sinkhole for players, for most players.
Facts.
Well, Pogba was.
There's a big pressure on them.
Yeah,
man.
it's
Man
different.
United.
That's a
You
big
know
part of
you know what
it.
Terms
Pressure.
told me, yeah? My brother Terms was telling me on the way we went to Old Trafford for the Lyon game, yeah? He's like to me, he's like, you know why that happened? Why we go through bad stuff? I was like, why? He's like, Fergie sold his soul. I said, what? He goes, bro, you think I'm joking? He goes, I don't know why. This Terms believes in bare conspiracies, proper athletes. He's like, bro. He's like, Munich. It's a sacrifice. I said, what? I said, Fergie came after that. He said, yeah, I don't care. He's part of it. Come. Then we started doing, he said, this is what happens when you do sacrifice. You do
What?
bare good.
Munich, he's talking about the air disaster.
Yeah. I said, bro, that's just a mad thing that happened. He's like, nah. Exactly. Now he said, we're fucked. We're done.
No, but look at the weren't there something about his brothers doing
Pogba.
something?
Yeah, putting something in the stadium or something.
Judging all that, yeah.
Oh, his brothers.
Yeah, they buried
them
them.
and all.
Yeah.
No,
I think it was
got kidnapped by his
fake.
brother though.
Yeah.
You didn't know about that?
What?
In France, his brother lined up the kidnap.
Yeah. He's done now,
And
isn't he?
they
He's in
blackmailed
prison.
him,
I
Is
think.
it?
Yeah.
The one that actually looks like him as well.
Yeah.
That's
The
crazy.
older brother.
Peak still.
He went to go check his bridges and that. And
But career
He
management.
only wired them like
definitely
what,
is.
$1 million?
Bro, that's crazy.
It's not. It's a lot of money, but
Bro,
it's not for him. It's
Your
not.
brother's
a lot.
Paul Pogba, G. You're lining him up for a meal.
That's
That's
absurd.
crazy.
That's
That's what I'm saying, man.
Bro,
Just call him and be like, yo, bro, I think you lent me a bill.
Yo, bro, the bailiffs are outside, bro.
I think you lent me a bill. I run it back to you like 6 years.
No. He said they had wax on them as well.
That's
They had wax
crazy.
on them.
Crazy.
Do you know, when I saw that, I was just thinking,
Could you ever do that to your brother?
no, bro.
Bro, I couldn't
What?
even fathom it. And the thing is, these man looked mad close.
Bro,
you always see them in the
they were always
videos,
together.
Sky Kid
No,
together.
they actually looked
That's
the
what
same.
I'm
They looked
saying.
a bit similar.
But like they look close as like
He's the older brother that was hating. Like
Yeah,
my little brother got a better club than me. My little brother got.
Yeah,
It's
but
crazy.
You're shit. You should be happy, bro. You
Facts.
should be happy.
Facts.
That your brother
You can
is.
clean up just off being Pogba's brother, bro.
100%.
But obviously, certain man they don't. You know what is it?
stop.
What's the saying? Like, you know when you man want to be Mike Jack, they don't want to
Yeah,
be.
Yeah,
Facts.
It's true.
Facts.
Yeah, 100%. They want to be their own guy.
That's crazy to me, though.
But
Madness. But yeah, circling back into Barca. What do
Yeah,
we
we didn't even
reckon?
talk about the game.
What did we
You know
reckon? We
what?
talk about Lamine Yamal and the actual,
Like,
but we didn't talk about the actual
Once
match.
the dust settles on Yamal, you realise like Inter done a job.
Yeah, they
Like
did.
Inter
They
done
did.
a
They can still
really
go
good
through, you know.
job. 100%.
They did.
Like
it's not gonna be easy going
it's
San
not-
Siro.
no way.
Yeah.
bro.
I still feel. I think Inter are favourites because they got the home advantage.
Are they
But I
actually?
just know that these lot got Lamine, so anything
Barca have
possible.
players that could just do something in the moment. That's what I'm saying about these moments. Like,
Where's
do something mad.
Lewandowski? Is
He was
he like
injured.
injured?
He was
Is he
injured.
still gonna be injured?
I don't think he's playing in the second
Okay.
leg, which is a big miss.
Yeah.
But then Martinez come off injured as well,
True.
so he's not going to be there.
And
in the
Ferran
second
Torres
leg.
was alright for them. To
Ferran
be
Torres
fair.
did well still.
Yeah,
I thought he done well.
he did.
I feel like Barca will get through. I'll be real. I just feel like
I think it's just meant to be in it.
yeah,
It's just meant to be kind of
like
thing.
these are the big players are going to have a
Yeah.
couple big moments,
Bro, I
and
see.
I just think they'll edge it.
It would be sick to have an Arsenal Barca final.
no,
bro.
Nah.
That-
no. Barca
Barca
PSG.
PSG.
Barca
It's the
PSG.
final everyone wants to see.
I don't
That'll
think
be-
they could
that'll
take
be a
another
20-year
final
That'll be a
loss.
20-year anniversary. No,
Something like
19
that.
years.
but
It was
Yeah,
19. I think
something like that.
No,
I hate
2006.
For
ago.
football, Barca PSG is what everyone wants to see. For football.
For football, 100. It would just be tech on display, just
Yeah.
goals and open game.
Yeah.
Whereas
France versus
Arsenal,
Spain, mate.
Arsenal Inter would be terrorism.
You know, can I ask you a lot of questions?
Of
Yeah?
course.
This is for educational purposes
Go
for
on.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zidane, because I heard you lot say technique a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Zidane, I don't know if this is fact. I see a quote. He said that Thierry Henry might be the most technically gifted footballer ever,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Hearing
I
Zidane
think
say
Neymar
that.
now.
not true.
I think Neymar.
It's not true.
But then Zidane's technique's way above Henry's.
Yeah,
So why is he
100%.
saying that?
I feel like-
what is actual technique?
I feel like
You see half these
because I
quotes,
need
yeah?
that
Half these
clarified
quotes,
myself.
Unless you see them
genuinely.
in videos, don't believe them. Because remember when I used to bring up the Scholes quote, I used to always say they're all fake.
No,
Yeah,
they
so
weren't
obviously
fake, though.
baller.
They weren't
But you
fake.
see, like we have
They
to
weren't
say
fake.
yeah,
He's a hater. He's a
They
Scholes
were
hater.
fake, bro. They were fake.
He says
They were
they
fake.
all
Xavi, Iniesta,
They all say about every midfielder, yeah. They say about
saying
Lampard.
Henri's
Bro.
one, we saw it live on Sky Sports, bro. When he was in the booth with
Man,
Jamie
bro.
Carragher, we saw Henri's
Every
talk
day
about
they
Scholes
tell me,
live
oh,
on Sky.
Iniesta said he's the best midfielder
We
ever.
don't
Bro.
rate the score.
Bro,
I rate him,
you
bro,
don't rate
but
him,
like
you don't
he's
rate
good,
him,
isn't
you
it?
don't rate
But
him.
like
over the
you
top
can't
stuff.
compare him to
That's
Zidane, Iniesta,
No, not
Xavi,
to
them
Zidane,
man.
not to Zidane and Iniesta, but in the next category down, he's there. What I would say, I feel like
Stevie
Zidane's,
G, bro.
I feel like
Serious, bro.
Zidane saying that about Henry. I feel like he's talking about the combination of skill and pace, not just technique.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? If he is talking about that, Henry is up there. Obviously, guys like Neymar are ahead of him.
Neymar.
Dino's ahead of him.
Yeah, that's different.
What Neymar can do with a football is nuts.
But Henry, in terms of like technique and combining it with pace, he's a serious guy. He's a serious guy.
So I want to clarify this as well because my understanding of technique's a bit swayed
the
as
way
well.
you kick the ball or something like that.
It comes with everything. Anything like
Busquets, for example, he's techie. He's a techers player.
Let me see.
He can't do skills.
He will never get spoken in the same light as some of these.
There's different techniques. So
Got you. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Explain.
There's shot technique, there's passing technique, there's dribbling.
A volley comes
close
down,
control.
you lick the volley, clean technique.
Yeah.
Like, so for me, the most overall player would be the person that can do all these
Most
things.
of it,
To closest 10 as possible.
Yeah,
so if they
got
get 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 in
On
this,
everything,
but the
yeah,
closest
yeah,
one
yeah.
to that 10 is the most overall player. So for
Understood.
me, that's why the Rooney's and that are the most complete overall players, because they can play in numerous positions. They can header the ball, they can kick the ball, they can touch the ball, they can finish the ball.
And that's why
to me, Neymar can do everything you got saying, like volleys and all that stuff.
yeah.
He can do everything.
He can.
flary
And
with
like
dribbling
stuff
and
you've
all
never
of that.
seen in your life before.
Yeah. In terms of combining technique and pace, I think Neymar might be
Number one.
Maybe number one
But number one, bro.
that we've seen. R9 maybe.
But
But like,
mine's definitely up there.
Neymar's crazy.
So Neymar might be the biggest letdown of all time then.
No, but he's not a letdown.
I'll be real. We had the conversation before. So at Barcelona, you know that game we were just talking about, PSG, yeah? So that game where they were 4-1 down,
Yeah.
I think they come back 6-1.
Yeah.
That game was all Neymar.
Yeah, I know.
But who got the praise that day?
Neymar.
Who got don't
Don't try to say Messi.
Messi got thrown on the shoulders, bro. He scored the penalty or something. He got scored the penalty or something. He got thrown on the shoulders.
Everyone knows
I swear
that
down,
was
there's the
Neymar.
story of it, yeah. And Neymar realized that day, he realized that I will never be who I want to be here.
Yeah.
That is why, because the PSG move was mad to everyone. Like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah,
why would he go
yeah,
PSG?
yeah.
But he realized I've got to go somewhere to build my name up,
Yeah.
And he went there and they done well. They got to Champions League finals and they done things. They just didn't cross the line. Then better injuries come. Then like Ronaldinho, I believe he felt these Brazilians love to party, bro. I just felt like he thought, I've won everything, won it. Like, let me enjoy my life. But now I'm hearing he might come back for the World Cup next year.
Who, Dino?
No. Neymar.
That scared me.
Neymar. The man said he was like Dino.
You
Yeah,
don't
like,
want to
he
see
wants to party.
Dino
Neymar
anywhere
parties
near
there.
a football, bro. Not at this age.
I'll be real though, actually. I obviously forgot Messi, but Messi probably is technically the best player.
I was going to say that.
He just
but
doesn't do
alright, cool.
skills.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's still
Yeah.
part of tech, though.
Bro.
It is part of tech.
He does
but
the whole.
doesn't-
He does
he doesn't
everything,
need to
though.
do skills.
G.
The only thing Neymar don't do is he don't do the dribbling to Messi's pace.
Bro.
No
Yeah,
one can
in
do
tight
that.
spaces,
Yeah, no one can do that.
No
But no,
one
he
can
can
do
get out of the tight
Messi-
spaces, but he can't dribble as fast as my man.
Messi
In
has
those tight spaces.
He'll
yeah.
get out.
greatest,
Neymar
the
will
greatest skill move ever that no one can like even defend it. It's that drop of the shoulder.
Yeah.
That
No,
drop of the
but my
shoulder.
point
He's left-footed.
He-
though.
bro,
And
he's
small.
mastered that.
He's small. He's small as well.
His low center of gravity.
But my point is,
What?
his dribbling is. I'm not, when I say basic, it's not like I'm not saying he's basic, but
No, no.
compared to all the other
Yeah,
wingers,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
basic.
He's not doing
He
flip
just-
flaps.
Messi's. He's
Oh,
not
doing-
like he's just Speedy
G.
Gonzalez. You can't catch.
No, but his dribbling
No,
is
but
elite.
Nah,
though.
he's
So I hear what you're saying.
No,
I
but
hear what
I'm
you're
talking
saying.
about
Control
wait,
is-
but
the
you don't-
control
no,
is
the
nuts.
ball's close to his foot. But what I'm saying is, he runs like that with the ball,
Yeah.
Whereas other men are fainting, step over, this,
yeah.
that. He don't do that. See, when Ronaldo was at United,
Bro.
you see, bare,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
you don't.
I don't rate
Messi
that.
don't need
though.
to do that.
I don't,
though.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't rate
Messi's
that. Man's
version
doing
is
bare
that.
step overs.
Wait, what
Messi's just
what Messi's
weaving
doing
in
is
and
fake,
out,
bro. What Messi's doing is going at that pace,
G, it's
agility wise.
fake.
That's
Yeah.
fake.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you have to
It's
rate
so
the
fake.
human being like Ronaldo that's actually attempting to
Do you
do
remember-
Ronaldo's a goat, man.
skills.
Do you remember when he like dropped Boateng, like murdered Boateng,
Yeah.
bro? And what did he do? He didn't even do anything to him. He just
he
one
twisted
one
the first
shimmy.
half,
One
Messi's
shimmy.
branding. I think it's branding.
stop
It's
it.
amazing branding.
Stop
Technically,
it,
he's the greatest.
Ronaldo's branding.
No, everybody hates Ronaldo.
No, everyone loves
No,
him.
recently though,
In comparison
youths
to
are
Messi.
actually starting to
Is it?
go for a Ronaldo more than Messi. I swear the young
Bro.
G's now they all go.
Because Ronaldo's got the PR, bro.
yeah.
No,
No,
well,
he don't. Everybody hates Ronaldo.
No, what?
PR.
Messi has the PR.
Messi has no PR.
yeah, Messi
Yeah,
has.
he does,
You know what it is? Messi don't
Ronaldo
talk. He
has
has
the
a lot of
PR,
people
bro.
talking.
Messi has the streets. That's the thing.
Ronaldo
He
is
has
the
the
streets.
streets.
It's not the
It is.
streets, it's not the
It's
streets.
word of
It's
mouth.
not streets. It's not the
Ronaldo's-
streets. If I'm not there, it's not the streets.
Ronaldo's Apple and Messi Samsung. Everybody thinks that Samsung's not the giant capitalist company it is because they put it against Apple, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
People hate. I hear Ronaldo get talking crap about all the time.
Yeah.
all the time.
Even-
Not like Messi though.
But that's because he has the PR, bro. You hear people talk about Jude Bellingham, but you don't hear them talk about Jamal Musiala because he's got the PR.
exactly.
When you have the PR
comparison,
it's on people's mouths.
That's
That's
a great
maybe because they see
comparison.
more of Ronaldo, they might not.
Thanks,
They
man.
might not
Like
like
that
his
one from
character
Sean
on
though,
that.
but
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You might come across as arrogant, but
Yeah.
I've seen bare times here where they put a clip on Gram and say, Ronaldo airing someone, but they didn't show the full clip. He
What
didn't
about Messi, though?
air the person. Bro, I see Messi air 5 black kids.
Finally, we're there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
They were, I swear to God,
No, why you got to
Thank
say
you.
that?
They were in
Thank you.
France, yeah? They were in
Hey,
France.
thank you for watching the
I told you,
podcast.
they were
Like,
in France.
subscribe.
They were in France. He was in traffic, and they were like, Messi, 5 black Africans here.
Bro,
This is when I thought he had autism because he looked at them like this,
Bro,
and they were screaming. Then they thought like, why is he staring at us? He was looking at them, and he drove off. Yeah. Then I see him come off from Barcelona, come out his car, kiss a little Spanish street, took the picture, signed it, and left.
hey, this is
You know what's crazy? Yeah, let's.
But Ronaldo would never do that.
I think if you're good enough, you're allowed to be racist. Is that crazy? Am I mad? Is that crazy? Because when I saw Liverpool back in Suarez, I was like, I'm not gonna lie.
That's magic, bro. That's actually mad. That's actually mad. When you think about that,
Listen, each man has their own views on the podcast.
there's
makes
no
a point, yeah, because whether you say it out loud or not, yeah, the Suarez situation is mad, but he has the streets. Like, everyone rates Suarez as one of the best strikers
100%.
ever.
have you not seen that Spanish? Have you not seen that video? I sent it in the group chat. Yeah, when they ask him, who do you like more? I think they asked him Suarez or someone. He goes, he says Suarez, and they ask him Messi or Suarez. He goes, Suarez. They go, why? He goes, because he's a racist.
Nah, with it, man. I'm mad. I even blind John Terry.
Bro, you know what, it's mad because if they played for my team,
we do not like John Terry right there.
Because he called my man a black cunt.
bro.
Yeah. But he is.
No, man.
Oh my god.
But you sound it because it's
That's
cunt.
too funny.
But yeah, but
That's too funny.
Now, there's got to be a talent level where you could just do what you want. Man. There has to be. If Messi can't be racist, no one can.
Bro,
it's football. But that's the thing, innit? They don't want people being racist, innit, bro? They don't want. They're trying to kick it out of football. You're just gonna let man be racist, bro.
Suarez and they're kneeling before him. What the fuck is this? You know he's not kneeling. You know he's not kneeling.
That's why he left. They didn't do that in La Liga, though. They definitely didn't do that in La Liga, did they?
No.
That
That is funny.
What
BLM, yeah.
No.
They didn't do that in La Liga. They would never
I didn't
do
see
that in
that
La
in La
Liga.
Liga.
I think
Bro,
the
they get
fans
onto
would
Vinny
jump on
every
the
They get on Vinny every game, bro.
Yeah.
He gets bad abuse, bro.
He does still.
No,
But he's a prima donna a bit, though, ain't he?
he
is a little bit of a-
because you know what it is, because we don't watch La Liga
But
often.
is
Yeah,
he though?
you only
Is he
see
like-
him
he
Brazilian.
is.
I've watched him, and he actually is, but that's to say there's no excuse for man getting onto him,
Yeah,
like
for
monkey
sure.
noises,
Yeah.
bananas, all that. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
even if man's a prick, call him a prick.
I hear you.
Like, did you get
I
it?
just feel like he's a expressive Brazilian, bro.
Nah, he's
Like,
just
you get them
jarring,
kind
bro.
of
Like, you'll touch him and you'll go up to the ref like, card, like, he's bare annoying.
everyone
He's
does
like
that.
No,
Bruno.
I'm not gonna lie though.
Bruno,
That's true.
bro.
He's right though.
He's like
He's
Bruno.
right. They all do it in La Liga.
Everyone does that in
because
football now,
because
bro.
he's Vinny. Maybe
Yeah,
they
that's what I'm
think.
saying.
And because he has,
And he's mad ugly as well, bro.
Yeah.
bro, come, hey,
Bro,
Why? Bro, allow it.
that's why they get onto him.
I see one
Yeah,
leg.
that's
I see
it.
one leg thing. I see
Ugly,
one leg
bro.
thing on Gram, like from the UK, yeah, and she had not many, like she weren't following many people. I see Vinny following her. I was like, let me check if she's following Vinny. I said, if she don't follow Vinny, she is the queen, bro. She followed him. I was like, bro, he's butters. Like, there's no way Vinny gets.
It's business.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see what the lifestyle. She's seen the lifestyle. I automatically use ratings for you now. So I'm like, there's no way, like, I think.
Gee.
You know what I mean?
But,
that literally means if you're money, like if you're ugly, does money matters? That's it.
But I think there's a thing as well, yeah, not just racism, yeah, but there's a thing into how people look versus how they're treated, like, and that is in everyday life, but also in football, like, where certain men have that image, like, let's say Jude Bellingham, clean cut, like, good looking, that people will not get onto him as much as someone who's probably scruffy or ugly and things like that.
True.
Because
It's because he's darker complexion. That's
matters.
it. All
No,
it
no.
is. I get what you're saying, but he's
But-
darker. Bro, there's certain places they believe the whiter you are, the more beautiful you are, and certain places believe the darker you are, the more beautiful you are. So
I hear
it's,
you.
It's his
he's in a
complexion,
place where he's just not wanted, bro.
Nah, bro, because like you've got dark braids that are good looking.
Facts.
He is just ugly.
I'm with him.
Like,
Pause if I had to. I'm with him.
Who's dark and that's good looking?
okay, Rafael Leao, for
Gay
example.
Yeah, but then Rafael,
I was waiting
Bro, I don't care, bro. I'm married with 2 kids. Like, like he's a good looking bruh.
yeah, but
Say- I didn't even hear
he's
you
had
say.
racial abuse in Italy.
No, I get that. I'm just saying that.
Who do you say?
Rafael Leao.
I'm saying
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah.
said, "Oh, it's just because he's dark." I'm saying no. There's dark men that are good looking, and there's dark men that are
Leao
actually ugly.
is Leao
Vinny is
African
just
though.
ugly.
All
Obviously he's
shades,
African,
white,
but
like, brown,
in
all
Portuguese.
Yeah, but he's like.
Vinny, obviously, I know you're saying he looks African. That's why you're.
No, I'm saying he's butters. It's not about how he looks.
Alright, listen, let's move on, innit?
Hey,
Get me,
that's
like-
trying to get me cancelled, bro. I'm not even saying
This is
anything
some
mad.
Rate Man's Look show, bro. This is a football podcast.
I see that podcast. Who sent it in? Who sent it in?
What was it?
Why do you lot send it in?
Bro,
Like,
when man are just rating, man. Like, man are just rating footballers on their looks
Bro,
and
that
that.
is.
Some next brothers-
Sure, I think Sean said it. or
Bro,
something.
Yeah.
that's not
That's
this.
not
Innit?
us,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
this.
Sorry, I took that left. sorry.
On to Europa League, innit? Europa League round up. United. Good
United.
first leg performance.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Thank you.
3-0.
I wasn't expecting it, I'll be real.
Me
I thought it
neither.
was going to be tight.
I was
Bro,
like,
in the
take a
first
draw.
20 minutes, we looked out of it completely.
Yeah, they were on us.
It was the red card though that changed.
Yeah,
it.
100%.
If we went for the red card, we might have not got away with
But this is a testament to how shit we are, where I still don't think we're safe.
I still
Like,
don't think we're safe.
I still
We
think
should be, but I don't.
I'm still
I'm
scared.
not 100%. Yeah,
Bro.
yeah, I'm not 100% confident.
Genuinely. We need
but-
a goal in the first half,
Yeah.
or not to concede in the first half.
Yeah. One or the other.
Yeah.
But I think after the first 20 minutes though, we actually like
We settled
performed
well.
quite
Yeah. I think so as well.
Even before the red card, I thought we were.
But that definitely helped. The momentum swung completely
for
on
sure,
that.
For sure.
Did you think it was going to be a penalty when they were checking on VAR?
It was definitely a pen.
Once
I
I
didn't think
saw
they'll send them off.
once I saw the replay, I was like, that's 100% a pen.
It was
Yeah.
mad though. So without VAR, all these things were getting
Yeah.
cleared all the time.
Yeah.
But did you think it was a red card? Did you know it was going to be a sending off for you?
No, I
Was it-
didn't.
I didn't.
I was
didn't.
surprised.
I didn't.
Sending them off.
I was
Apparently that's
surprised.
the rule, innit?
But then when you think about it, if that is a pen,
Yeah.
it has to be a red.
Yeah.
Because he's the last man and it's a
Yeah.
goal scoring
Whatever
opportunity.
happened to that double jeopardy rule?
I think that's the Premier
Did they
League.
scrap it?
I think that's Premier League.
Well,
What
like
is-
if you
what
give
is
a
it?
pen, it's a yellow. It's
Yeah.
not a pen and a
Yeah.
red.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I can't remember
Okay.
like
No,
what
it is.
league
It's
introduced
Premier
that.
League though.
Okay.
So I remember it's definitely Premier League. They can't give a red. In
Yeah,
the box.
yeah.
If it's a
If it's a pen, yeah, it's a pen and a yellow.
Yeah.
Or if it's outside the box, it's a straight red.
Yeah.
Spurs,
But yeah.
Spurs United, I reckon then.
Obviously, the Bodo Glimp got the little 1 goal back.
I think. You never
Spurs
know.
got a
Spurs
goal
are
there.
Spurs, innit? You never know.
Artificial
but-
pitch.
You do
Yeah.
Spurs podcast as well, innit?
Yeah, but it's rivals though, so it was on a Spurs channel, but it's a
Okay.
rival segment too.
Yeah.
So
still.
you're not supporting Spurs there.
Who would you rather win the Europa, innit? United or Spurs? Must be
That's a
United,
good question
surely,
for an
innit?
Arsenal fan.
Must be United, surely.
Spurs
Nah.
need something, man. It's been
Yeah.
they've been getting abused for a long time.
Yeah,
man.
man.
They're not my ops. Like,
Yeah,
does Chelsea
exactly.
care about Fulham?
Exactly.
Nah, but the
I mean,
Spurs
exactly.
Arsenal one is a little bit more than Chelsea Fulham,
Why?
I would say. I don't know why, but I feel like it is.
Bro,
You
even
know
with
what I'm
that
saying?
trophy, Spurs, like, they're just a little, like, they can't even chat to Arsenal in no way, shape, or form. So it don't
You
really
the one
matter.
that literally just compared them, bro, about 15 minutes ago.
No, I know, but
And in terms of not winning stuff,
Yeah,
and as a Man U fan, he's allowed to have that
yeah,
attitude.
Yeah.
but I'm saying like United, Arsenal,
Yeah.
especially for our age group, is like
no,
rivalry.
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
Listen,
facts. You lot are more
no,
my rivals.
100%.
Not at the moment,
No, but
and not for
exactly.
years when he was dominating. But
100%. It's like me with City.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather City win the Prem than Arsenal any
Yeah.
day of the week.
Yeah.
So I think that's where he's at with Spurs. Like they're so irrelevant that it's like whatever.
look how
Fair.
long they ain't won a trophy. Was it 08 or something?
But I think you're the only Arsenal
You're
fan.
the only
I feel
Arsenal
like
fan,
that,
though. Because
yeah.
Do you reckon?
literally last week we had my man Simon Dawkins.
Yeah.
And he was saying, bro, in the academies, these men are all taught from
Yeah, I
day
saw
one.
that. I saw hate Arsenal.
Hate Arsenal, and vice versa.
Yeah, but that's more.
From day one.
I think that's more Tottenham to Arsenal rather than Arsenal to
I
Tottenham.
don't know,
Man
man.
don't care about that.
That's what I mean.
No, but
like-
it is. When it comes to youth things, it'll be what the fans, the first team fans care about. So obviously, if the
Yeah.
fans don't like Tottenham, they'll youth level, you need to feel what that is. 'Cause
Yeah,
basically, if say Arsenal play 4-3-3 in the youth team, they'll play 4-3-3 just because. If, for example, they do need to take a Lewis Skelly or someone out, when they do take him in that team, he understands this is how we play
Yeah,
the system.
yeah.
So it's just
So
to get the youths ready for
Got you.
when they do get to that to that level.
Yeah.
Not all the youths are gonna get there, but obviously the ones that do, they will understand now
Yeah.
why I don't like Tottenham or why I think, because I'm sure Lewis Skelly and that they still don't like Tottenham. You know what I mean?
100%. I feel
But I
like,
get what you're saying, because they ain't got trophies like that. It's just like
they're
No,
a
even
relevant
I
club.
don't really mind either way, to be honest.
but I
you
feel
know.
like Arsenal fans would prefer United because one, they're used to United winning trophies.
Yeah.
They're used to United man saying we get trophies, you don't. If now you lot don't win nothing, and on top of that you got Tottenham fans, I know we're saying we got a trophy, you didn't. Man are gonna have head loss.
You got a B-tier trophy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
But it's not a B-Tech trophy though.
It
No,
is.
B-tier.
Oh,
It
B-tier.
is.
It is, but Arsenal tried to win it, and they didn't win it. Do you know what I'm saying?
They lost 4-1 in the final.
Yeah, to Chelsea, innit?
Which
Like,
like Emery had to die.
But Emery is a goat in that cup
Yeah.
though. He's won it like 4 times, I think.
Yeah, but
He's won it
4-1
with
is a
Villarreal.
madness.
I think they beat us.
Yeah, they did.
You know what's mad then? So what makes you... Because I don't think Pep could do what Emery or Sam Allardyce do.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Good topic, because I know you're gonna say what makes you like a top tier manager.
Do you get what I mean?
Okay, cool, perfect. Because this is what I say to these lot. A couple of these man tell me that Pep is better than Fergie. For me, that's impossible.
Crazy.
Yeah. Because for me to be a top tier manager, a GOAT, yeah, you have to beat odds. Yeah. Cool. So for me, Jose Mourinho is a top tier manager. He went to Porto. He won Champions League with Porto. He's knocked out big teams with
Inter.
Porto. He went to Inter. He won the treble. He even won the treble with Pep sent him Eto'o. He took Ibra instead. He didn't want Eto'o. He had Eto'o playing like right back in the semi in the final. Like he went through madness to get that dub. He done the treble there. Cool. He went Chelsea. People talk about Chelsea this year. You know, because Mourinho,
Chelsea.
he is the reason why Chelsea is global.
Chelsea.
That is it. Before Mourinho, they're just normal like
Cup team.
Yes, like he made Chelsea to be. Now he's disrespected, but to me, like that period he had, he's probably one of the greatest.
Facts.
And Fergie even said, I watched the documentary. And Fergie said, if Mourinho continues going the way he's going, he said he's going to be better than me.
But he
Yeah.
didn't.
He didn't. But to me, that stint, I don't think I've seen a greater stint than that. They conceded 15 goals in a whole year.
Facts, yeah.
Are you mad?
They didn't lose at home for how
For like
long?
5 years or something.
Yeah.
I think the first team to beat them was Liverpool.
Yeah.
Like, but then okay, Fergie won something
We have seen it
European
against
with
them,
Aberdeen. Yeah, he beat Real Madrid with Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah. So cool. These are my points. I'm just bro. Let me finish
No,
my points
go,
here. I'll
go,
get to
go,
your.
go,
I'll get
go,
to your
go.
dusty manager. Yeah.
Go,
Then
go.
cool. Now Pep Guardiola. Yeah. I'm not saying he's not a great manager. I'm not saying he's
He
not
is
a great coach.
he
He's
is
a
a
great
goat.
manager, but he's not touching them man's level because he can't go to Scotland with Aberdeen and do something. With Celtic, let alone these sort of clubs. He can't go to. He can't do certain things that Mourinho's done. That is my only point about him.
Yeah.
That's why, to me, he can't be. He can only work with with his tools. He's got tools. He can make it work. But Klopp and these man, they will go and make it work. That's what it is to me. And if he doesn't have money, he's not providing you what you need. That man can do it without money or with.
If you
look,
if
I
you
mean-
have the best team, you want the best manager, and every team wants Pep. The best teams want Pep.
I agree with you though.
But
I agree with you.
So what did I say to you about this season when he loses his core? He's gonna cry until he finds his core again.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna look like a regular manager, and he
Bro,
does. He's scratching himself. He's
shambolic
harming himself.
season, and they're still going to be top 3.
That's but
They might
that's
even
fine.
give us a second.
Bro,
Yeah, but that's
And
down
this is-
to everyone else fucking up.
But you can't
That's
criticise him for
that's
it.
the Liverpool point. Down to it doesn't matter.
No, but I get what you're saying. But you lot are saying that, but it's not. It's Arsenal dropping points. It's not him getting better,
No, he's winning.
Oh,
They're
look.
winning now.
bro. They're cool. They're nothing crazy.
Bro, they might not be dominating games like they used to, but he's putting points on the board. But anyway,
He's done it everywhere as well.
yeah,
hasn't
he has.
I-
Barca, Bayern.
yeah.
No, I hear what you're saying about
Bayern he
the teams,
didn't.
yeah.
Bayern he
No,
went
you're not
there.
having it.
Bayern he didn't.
Yeah.
What
Who
do you mean
stopped
he didn't? He won the league.
Yeah,
What did
he
he-
just maintained?
Bro, brother, he lost the league there as well. To who?
Just maintained.
Who he lost the league there as well? To who?
To Dortmund.
To Klopp.
Yeah.
He come here. He lost the league.
One.
Yeah.
Fergie's lost to Wenger though.
Bro,
I rate Wenger.
Fergie's lost to Mourinho, Wenger, Bearman. Fergie's lost to Mancini.
Away from Wenger.
I agree with you, Henok. What I would say is that Pep's Barca team is the most dominant team.
100%. But that
But-
team is also down to the players he had. there as
100%.
well.
I think
That's a mad team he had there.
Fergie and Mourinho could do more with less.
Yes,
in my opinion.
I agree with that.
And that's
But
what makes you the best.
I
of
don't
the
think
best.
Mourinho could do what Pep done.
What?
Either.
in terms of just style of football and
dominate.
No, but
domination.
their
game.
style
of
of football is
course not.
different.
Of course
Their
not.
style of
6 out of
football is
8.
different.
Bro, you've got every single B-Tech team, relegation
No,
fodder
but
team
so how
trying to
you're a
play
good
like
manager?
Pep.
Wait. So how you're a good manager if you can't? Your team's only a style of play with great players. What happens when you don't have those great players? You're seeing it now.
Bro.
They're fucking up.
But it's the Sterling thing though, because he's
Yeah.
managed his career so well. He only puts himself in a predicament to get that team.
Gee, if you're the creme de la creme, why do you want to go to Everton?
It's not about
prove
it's not about-
yourself.
It's not about.
Messi, he's not going to go. If Messi went to Stoke, he's not putting up numbers.
Yeah, he is.
He's
probably.
not. No, he's not.
That's why Ronaldo's the GOAT. Done it a rainy day in Stoke.
I gotta wrap it up. Though.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Innit?
100%.
Fergie, Mourinho, Pep, all of that. But yeah,
Big up, Chinx.
comment.
Big
Big
up.
up.
Love for
Thank you for
coming,
coming
man.
through, bro.
Love
been a
Appreciate
vibe,
you
man.
having me here, man.
Appreciate my guy.
Fun, man.
Make sure you lot locking
Fan I
facts
like,
only. Kidding, Chinx.
Logical Arsenal fan, bro.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
of duty. Signing
Love,
out.
peace and love.
Big up.